jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son, actions over words, baby boy, is you real or what? Talking way too much, world combat sports, talking way too much, world combat sports, talking way too much, world combat
Once again, you're tuned in to WCS. Back at it once again. Salute to everyone that's in the building. Yeah, nigga been under the weather for a minute. At least trying to get you one a day. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get you a layup, goddammit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to damn jump from the free throw line and shit and dunk it. I'm trying to get you a layup in this motherfucker, for real. But shout out to the supporters, man. Everyone who's tuned in. Of course, you know, we want to talk about the current situation that's going on with Terrence Crawford having a successful fight night over in Omaha, Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? Did amazing. Very successful fight in his hometown of Omaha, Nebraska. Not too many fighters can do what he did. It sounds all good, talking about this outside the, inside the entire scope of boxing and on YouTube and all the interaction that you get over here and throughout social media. But it's not as easy as it seems to go in your backyard and pack it out. It's not that easy at all. And this is not the first time Crawford is taking it back to Omaha, Nebraska, and gave them a hitter. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have their criticism and have their criticism about who he fought. Man, that's old news, bro. That shit was last week. Last week's opponent is not tomorrow's opponent, okay? Let's get that straight. Last week's opponent will not be tomorrow's opponent, all right? He went up here and did what we knew he can do in dispersing David Avanesian in 6 rounds. He didn't let that shit go past, okay, the 6th round. So people can say, oh, man, Igor Kavalauskas, dog, he might be better than, no, he can't be better than Crawford. But, man, Crawford falling off, man. Crawford's falling off, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because when you look at it, Igor Kavalauskas, when he went up there and fought him, he did it in this. Like, what are you saying exactly, brother? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If that man would have went to the 7th round and what they would have said like they saying now, oh, he's on the decline. He's not where he used to be. No, they hear the bud sexuals talk. See, that's a good name for these stalkers that run amok over here and stalking Bud Crawford every day. Some female stalkers at that. They acting real suspect right now. This is an ongoing venture and agenda of grown-ass men with families out here stalking Bud Crawford on the YTC in a group. You know what they say about group settings, right? There's a lot of freaking, internal, it's a lot of stuff going on in that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people putting their heads together to try to come up with new hateful content. But let's talk about it though, right? If this man would have went to the 7th round with David Avanesian, they would have been up here saying that he don't have it no more. But to hear these bud sexuals talk, right? He ain't never been shit. So they need to make up their mind. Are you going to credit him? Are you going to credit this man for being an elite fighter, one of the greatest of this era, right? Or are you going to just basically say, well, from start to finish, he ain't really did nothing in his career. He's no different than anybody else. He ain't that special. We don't know why he's at the pound for pound list. I mean, you need to make up your mind what decision is you going to make on this particular choice. So he did what any elite fighter would do. He turned on the gas and he got him up out of there with a clean right hand to the jawline and put that man night-night. In between time, man, something went down with his gloves in the 5th round. And, you know, the commission and all those approving authorities that were surrounding the ringside apron, the adjudicators, the ones that has to be approached to address situations such as this, the ones who get paid the monetary dollar, y'all, the ones who hold the positions, who've earned that right to make that call, they approved Bud Crawford to go into the 6th round with his gloves being ripped or defected the way they was. Now, let WCS break it down for you, right? Let me serenade y'all foolish ones. Once again, this is people who are saying that, oh, the gloves look worn, they look this, that, and the other. You know, that could have damaged David Avenese. And look, this is not a Panama Luis Resto type of situation. I know a lot of y'all don't go back that far in your history, but this is not that situation where somebody had dime-sized holes in the palms of their gloves. They had forcefully removed the padding from the knuckles. You know what I'm saying? And then the clinch, Resto was, you know, being dirty and rubbing the inside of that glove on Billy Collins' face. You know, and in the process, it fucked up his eye. You know, also, you know, internal to all the encounters that they had with the lack of padding, he took severe damage. This is not one of those situations. This is not a Louise Resto and Billy Collins situation, and no Panama Lewis wasn't sitting ringside either. To my, give me the special juice. That wasn't it. But as I listen to you all, it's not even comedic anymore. It's just pure ignorance now. Now it's gotten to a point where you act like your vendetta is to spew as much hatred as possible on Bud Crawford on a situation where you didn't have no confidence that he would be able to succeed, period. You didn't have no confidence that this man was going to make it to the ring December 10th. Y'all was up here saying, oh, how can they give him his money? How can this work? The company's worth $5 million. The company's this. You had all these naysayers and bystanders, onlookers up here just criticizing the whole event. Motherfuckers packed out the arena, right? Motherfuckers packed out the arena. Now it wasn't the heaviest fight card comparable to Top Rank, but the whole point is the main event is pretty much called the main event for a purpose, right? And we know when it comes down to it, Bud Crawford is a pound for pound best, and he's an elite fighter. Point blank. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. No questions about it. If you've been in boxing long enough, you already know what it's about. So, you know, you all talking about the undercard, when shit, who cares? It's nothing going to be right. When you go into a situation looking for problems, you're going to nitpick and find what you want that's going to satisfy you. And then you're going to bring that to the surface out here to social media and talk about it. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Scumbags are born every day, man. When you're bottom feeders and you love, you know, just wrangling around at the bottom looking for shit, that's what you're going to find. And a lot of you all are looking at this glove situation as to point the finger at Crawford, bro. So let's get to the then statement that EVERLAST released. All right. Let's get to the statement that they released. This statement was released via Twitter. And, I seen the statement, but I always like to give the young soldiers, people who send me content, because they don't have to do it. They don't have to sit up here and make that little small, minute gestures to share something with you. They don't have to do it. Just like people refuse to hit the like button. It's totally up to them. But this was sent to me by Big Blunts and Boxing. Shout out to Big Blunts and Boxing. I'm not going to tell people all the time, okay, I've seen it already, and act like it don't mean that. No, it mean, I'm going to give a shout out. Blunt sent me this, and he goddamn took it a step forward and highlight the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It says, during the development cycle of the custom fight gloves used in Crawford versus Avanesian, a batch of defective leather was used in production, resulting in a malfunction during the competition. In such cases, EVERLAST follows proper protocol by providing backup competition pairs to the replace pending a decision by the sanctioning body overseeing the fight. A stoppage was called to review the equipment malfunction. I want y'all to really highlight and pay attention to this, all right? You need to snapshot that. Because when you hear the haters out here talking and rambling on about shit, they don't want the facts. They don't want the facts. They just want the biased ass narratives, and that's it. They just want to wear that all day. It says a stoppage was called to review the equipment malfunction. Once again, to the bud sexuals out there, all right? To the bud sexuals, this is for you in clear, plain English. A stoppage was called to review the equipment malfunction, and the commission. Pay attention. This is getting a little bit complex for some of you all, right? It make you frown up a little bit, put your finger in your mouth, bite down on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Get agitated. Review the equipment malfunction, and the commission deemed the equipment was still suitable for competition. I must replay that once more. A stoppage was called to review the equipment malfunction, and the commission deemed the equipment was still suitable for competition. It's really not much more that can be said, because we know the bud sexuals on here in the YTC not going to overrule this. They're too lazy to basically start up a petition and submit that to EVERLAST. They're too lazy for that. The only thing they want to do is give you lip service. You know what I'm saying? And even that comes from a small area where those echoes get so annoying. Then they end up getting, shut down, because they just don't understand why they can't get more space. You know what I'm saying? More bandwidth, more listeners, because people already know you talking some bullshit. Nobody trying to hear that. You're not going to override what EVERLAST put out. And they say no foul play was at hand, nor was there any tampering of the product on behalf of Terrence Crawford and his camp. See, that stung a little bit. Shout out Stickum Boys. What's good? I'm getting there, bro. I'm getting there. Andrew Charles, what's good with it, bro? CMD Boxing Reports, what's good? That's where we at with it, man. Those last 4 lines was very, very important. A stoppage was called to review the equipment malfunction, and the commission deemed the equipment was still suitable for the competition. No foul play was at hand, nor was there any tampering of the product on behalf of Terrence Crawford and his camp. It doesn't get any more lucid than that. If you need more elucidation, you need to go look this shit up on Google and reread. That's it. That's all you need to do is remediate. Just go from left, right, and left, right. Just keep on reading this, man, because What you're putting out here is not going to change what's on here. The statement that EVERLAST put out. You can put out all the lies you want. It's not going to change the fact that this man has a win. His 39th victory over David Avanesian. It's not going to change anything. You know what I'm saying? He earned his 6th straight stoppage in defense. His 6th straight stoppage with his 6th defense, y'all. I'm not talking about all his other stoppages, bro. Before y'all go running into the walls with your hand behind your back. 6 defense, 6 stoppages. We're not talking about Jeff Horn. We're talking about this man won the title and defended his title 6 times in the welterweight division. All 6 were stoppages, bro. And EVERLAST is telling you all, this man is still golden at what he does. His team, nor Terrence Crawford, holds any liability to what went on with those gloves. These fighters don't make the gloves. They don't make the gloves. You can't put the blame on the fighters. If you go to the fights, it's more crazy things I've seen at fight cards, those of you that attend fights, than this. Way more. I've seen dudes folding gloves up when they got the gloves. And the commission didn't come back there till the gloves was on the fighter's hand. I've seen that shit before. I've seen that, bro. And it's not like, these cars you think. Like these hole in the wall freaking pool joints, pool hall joints. No. But if you go to fights, you can find out some shit. You know what I'm saying? Things happen. Y'all remember the time that Gervonta Davis fought Leo Santa Cruz, and they had him on camera with one type of gloves, and then when he walked out, he had another type of gloves. Nobody from Leo's camp was there when he changed out the gloves. I'm telling you, you can't sit up here and put all these revelations and point the finger at Crawford if you call yourself a true boxing fan. You're sounding like a temporary boxing fan. You join in every now and then when you feel it's something that you can talk about and that you can just gossip. That's all. Because I don't see anything else going on with you. It's plenty of incidents we can talk about that deals with gloves, bro. Plenty. Nothing to the extreme of what went on with Tyson Fury gloves. This is not an omnipresence when it comes to Terrence Crawford. This is not something that happens all the time. This is not a guy who's been accused of cheating and found to be culpable. This is not the guy. What this seems to be is, just like I say all the time, you have individuals that want to be a part of something. It's easy invites, easy membership, and they willing to march in this torchlit parade. That's all it is when it comes to Crawford. And what they're doing is keeping his name very, very relevant in the algorithm of YTC. And the YTC is thriving right now with media traffic. That only thing you're doing is going to continue to grow Crawford's name. So let's just say, for instance, fantasy world, right, way out there in the, in space somewhere. Let's go out in astrology, right? Let's say that Crawford Spence happens. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say Crawford Spence happens. Hold on for a second. If that fight was to happen, every time someone puts that title on a thumbnail, they're going to use Crawford's name first. They're not going to use Spence. And most of what it used to be in life, right? If you was fucking with somebody, supporting them, rocking with them hard, You know what I'm saying? Down. You know what I'm saying? Genuine good person showing support. You're going to talk about that person, but that has all since been abandoned. You know what I'm saying? By these cave dwellers that's on YTC now. You know what I'm saying? These individuals are what you call mongerers, bro. They just walking around the YTC, you know, huffing and puffing, blowing smoke and shit. Always seeming mad. And then time they hear something about Crawford, they go up there and do a thumbnail. When that glove situation happened, they was looking at the fight, right? Oh, man, that ain't shit, man. So grumpy and angry. You know what I'm saying? They had them cigarettes going, oh, God, they just smoking the shit out them up. They was just going through a pack before they found out how expensive they are. They said, oh, man, let me chill. Let me go outside a little bit. They came back in there in the 5th round. Oh, God, thank God. Oh, we knew he was cheating. Look. They got on the phone, start texting. Man, you see that shit? We said it, dog. We said it. We're going to be a part of history. We was there with the $10 million deal between Crawford and Avenese, and now we're going to be a part of the gate. Yeah, the glove gate again. Man, get out of here. You sound crazy. You sound crazy, man. You sound crazy, bro. This shit is out of control. You know what I'm saying? It really has no real itinerary to it. Seriously, it's like, you know, you walking up to a landing zone, right? And you have a rolly wing there, and you're like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? You're looking at it, oh man, that's pretty cool. And then they turn that bitch on, the rotary wing starts to spin and all that. And then you look at it, and then they cut it back down. That's about the effect you're going to have. You know what I'm saying? You have to look at it in that way when it comes to all the hate that Bud is getting. Just look at it like it's going to give you that very vague shock and awe value, and then it's just going to go away. And then they need something else to talk about. So what they have to do is go to other channels to hear and listen to what other people are talking about. And then they have to go back, make another thumbnail to come up with some more criticism on something that's supposed to be boxing related. This guy is a pound for pound best boxer. He's not at the intersection on IG in another car accident, bro. He's not making freaking animated t-shirts. So all these bud sexuals can go out here and purchase one just to get online and go live. I mean, bro, how old are you again? How old are y'all niggas, man? Is this who you ever... Look, I understand a lot of you cats, right? You want to live vicariously through Bud Crawford. I get it. Andrew Charles was good. Mark Nash was good. It was split on the thumb and on the side. It was split in a spot where he had an unfair advantage. Appreciate that info, Mark. When you're as good as Bud Crawford, people make up a reason why you are successful. God forbid you actually work hard. Hey, I hear that. That's a good point right there. That's a very, very solid point made. Let me put that up there. But that was the actual EVERLAST statement that was put out there. So let me take that down right quick and get to some of these comments. Thanks to everybody that's in the building. Brother's still trying to get through this return from NYC. You know, I was on the higher floor in the clouds, man. So Jack Frost and the family goddamn snuck a nigga and shit. Goddamn. Without me, I wasn't even looking. Goddamn, they closed in on me quick. No, you ain't gonna get up out of here, dog. We got you. Bruce Gaz, Boxing Jazz, and more. What's good with it, Bruce? Salute, OG. How you doing? Shout out to Coach Malachi in the building, man. New media today. USA Boxing. What's good with it, Coach? Let's get the likes up, family. Peace to WCS. Appreciate that, Coach. A little small shit, what matters to me, man. One of the hottest in the game. New media today, USA Boxing, man. Y'all be sure to check him out. Y'all check out Mark Nash Breaking Beats, man. Shout out to Blood Boxing in the building, bro. Retro Boxing and Documentaries in the building. People still hating on Crawford. Bet it's black folk, too. Well, if you're a betting man, I hope you put a lot of money on that because you're absolutely right. You know, it just becomes too easy right now for other black channels to speak on these dudes every day. Now we're somewhat influenced to join the brainwashing movement that's going on. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what you'd be doing. If you submit 40 videos in a month on one fighter, you're a stalker. Seriously, you're a stalker. You're absolutely stalker, bro. Point blank, period. This is outside of boxing now. And now you have become infatuated with that brother from Omaha. You have come infatuated, bro. What's up, Coach Malachi? Blood, WCS salute. This is Rob in the building. Salute to you, Rob. Bruce Gas said, retro boxing. So I look at this situation, right? Them same individuals that's talking about this glove gate and making all these accusations that Crawford was trying to insinuate he was cheating. Like I said before, let's balance this out, man. Let's help each other think logically once again. Because I'm here to help you. I'm here to babysit just a little bit, right? If you said Avanesian with all the dang cliche alternative alias that you provided this man with, if he wasn't nothing to begin with, how are you going to sit up here and convince the listening audience that what you're saying now is Crawford had to cheat against a fighter that wasn't on his level to begin with? You really, truly need to assess this shit before you decide to make another thumbnail and come out here just to overlay. You need to think about what you said before. Y'all was saying this dude wasn't even on his level. He had already been stopped by Igis Kavalauskas. So when his gloves are defected, you're trying to tell me a guy with 5 straight defenses, 5 straight stoppages after beating Jeff Horn, he needs to cheat to beat David Avanesian, who Igis Kavalauskas has already faced Crawford as a common opponent? And Crawford stopped Igis Kavalauskas, who stopped David Avanesian in the 6th round? And Crawford stops Avanesian in the 6th? I mean, come on, bro. Like, which one is it going to be? Was his opponent legitimate or not? You can't sit up here and act like all of a sudden, oh man, yeah, Crawford, he had to cheat to beat Avanesian. So all of a sudden, his appraisal value went up. Avanesian is somebody now. You want to bolster up his freaking appraisal now, his Wall Street, because EVERLAST gloves had a malfunction, defective material. It happens, people. It happens all the time, believe it or not. I'm not going to lie to you. I've seen some weirder, more severe things happen in boxing than what we've seen this time around. And also, Crawford's freaking register, it doesn't identify him as being a repeat offender. He never had to go up before the commission to clear his name on something like this before. So it's good for dramatics. It's good for storytelling, intrigue, and all this other shit that goes on YTC. It's good for pushing narratives. It's good for all of that shit. But what it isn't good for is just creating defamatory lies. You know what I'm saying? All these lies is being created. You say Avanesian is not a good fighter. He's sorry. He's a bum. But yet you're now trying to say that Crawford had to cheat to beat the dude, which makes no sense at all because Igis Kavalauskas has already stopped this dude. So we don't put Igis on the same caliber as Crawford. No way. Igis is not on the pound-for-pound list. So you're trying to tell me Crawford on the pound for pound list has to cheat to beat Avanesian in his hometown when he's faced tougher opposition? He's faced tough opposition in his hometown before. This is one his toughest fight in Omaha. This wasn't his toughest fight. How many defenses did he have of his title when he fought Yurkis Gamboa? Since these cats love bringing up Gamboa's name like a fresh tampon. Oh my God, thank God. I got a fresh one now. That's what they be saying. Oh my God. I went looking for this all over the place. I just couldn't find any had them in stock. Thank you, man. Thank you. They be talking like that shit like it's a fresh tampon, bro. They will not let the shit die. and look, how can you respect a boxing conversation that continues to bring up history without respecting the present? You're not respecting any growth, anything that Crawford has been able to accomplish up to this date, because you keep reaching back in the past. And the past is where a fighter's supposed to come in as greenest, right? They supposed to be considered a tyro. An amateur supposed to be considered a tyro, right? So when you come in as a tyro, you continue to improve. You work out the kinks. That's why they call you a prospect. So let's not hold a hand over eye method, you know what I'm saying, and say, well, I don't see what you're getting at. Everybody that comes into the game, the word prospect is placed upon them until they, step up their level of competition. But when it comes to Bud Crawford's conversation, they act like this man didn't improve. He didn't do anything. He didn't fight anybody. And then up to this point where the whole conversation has been him stepping away from negotiations and moving on to bigger and better things and getting paid his money. And he has some big names on deck over there. You know what I'm saying? Spoke to Coach Malachi. From looking at his pictures, the man seemed like he was enjoying himself really nice. Better than anybody else I saw over there. I ain't gonna lie. The man, like he was having a goddamn great time. What you supposed to have in that circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Man was goddamn sitting front row at the fight. You know what I'm saying? Have a ringside eye view of the fight in the company of some legends. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what better travels than to be in the company of legends and be that close and get to see the fights, get to witness a legend in the main event. This shit is getting out of hand. Real talk. I'm just saying, that's out of all this good that went on in Omaha, there's a lot of good that went on over there. With the number of seats, it don't matter how many tickets they gave away. It don't matter. I mean, he wants to pack out. Man, he's a legend in Omaha, bro. It's called giving back to the community. But hold up. That's only good for black people if we in a social gathering and you have brothers who's really trying to kick knowledge. Yeah, trying to kick some knowledge. Let me drop some knowledge on you, brother. See, the one thing we need to get to is to learn how to give back to the community. Well, hold up. So Crawford gives back to the community with thousands of tickets to pack the house out so his people can come witness him put Avanesian to sleep. That's not giving back to the community? That's not? Or you just want to talk about it like it don't fucking matter? It does matter, bro. It does matter. It matters a whole hell of a lot at the end of the day. This man is continuing to be a stand-up guy, bro. Retro say, yeah, they stalkers. Like you said yesterday, they don't want the fight. They just want to keep their dumb talking points going. You nailed it then. Hey man, I don't know what to tell you, blood. And I was gonna not this live, but also I was gonna mention a live you did with Reggie. We're gonna talk about that a whole nother live. But you had some solid points that you was making about a particular situation, and that's a whole nother live. I'm gonna talk about that. I just haven't had a chance to talk about it because fight week was going on, and then I got sick. And we're gonna revisit that though. Real talk. Bruce say when nothing else work, scream glove gate. Talk to him, Bruce. Look. From round 1 to round 5. Most of these guys was just halfway paying attention. If you look at their phones, they was just up there texting one another. Oh man, Bud look like shit, dog. Man, he lost it. He don't have it anymore. Man, I'm hearing some of you dudes like, are y'all delusional? Are y'all drug addicts? Are y'all so weak-minded and enfeebled that you cannot do a live when you call yourself a content creator? You cannot do a live without defaming Bud Crawford's name, and you call yourself a boxing content creator, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, god damn, bro. That shit doesn't make any sense. It makes YouTube look very, very bad, man. That's why I call y'all the BBC, bro. The bum boxing communities, because y'all a bunch of bums, man. Y'all a bunch of bums, man. Y'all can't sit up here and make a live stream and don't mention the other fighter. Talk about the fighter you actually support instead of talking about the fighter that you so-called, quote-unquote, don't support. You talk about him all the time. Justin, what's good? Yeah, fresh tampon, man. They sit up there and they be discussing freaking health and comfort items, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because they just be menstrual all the time. They just be menstrual, arguing all the time, yelling and screaming. That ain't testosterone, man. That's them bleeding out for help. Do you understand me, Justin? They bleeding out for help, bro. I'm trying to pass the word to y'all. That's my prognosis, bro. They're bleeding out for help. They're mad. Shout out to Shaw News and Sauce Experience, a.k.a. Showtime Shaw. What's good with it, dog? Salute WCS. Salute to my guy, man, and Team Tucker over there. I gotta give a shout to the two-time national boxing champion, $1 Million Molly Tucker, man. Salute to you. Congrats, man. To repeating as national champion, man. And salute to his opponent. I know them too. Salute to them. That kid he beat, very, very tough. I covered him up in Cincinnati, very tough. So anyway, we ain't talking about no bums either way. You know what I'm saying? On the blue side or the red side. But shout out to $1 Million Molly, bro. Bud is this God in his city. Man, for real, dog. They love the shit out of him, but where's this supposed to go, man? It's only black folk that are angry that Coach could get that done by being his own man. Internet black folk don't like guys that can stand on their own, so they jealous because they are followers. So you know when the OGs talk that wisdom shit, man, it's coming from a different place. They don't respect us like that. That's why they get mad when you go for their neck, man. Because some of these guys today, man, they just overlook. They so wrapped up in social media and they let that shit drive them every time they wake up and go to bed. I'm gonna tell it for where it is. The only person I've seen out in Omaha from who I watch on this right here was Coach Malachi. Period. New Media Today USA. But that's the only person that seemed like his travels was for a purpose. The man went up there. He met with the VIPs, his peoples. got him the credentials. Those legends. He did all that shit on his own. His people got him that. That man is well connected based off one trip and knowing certain people. That's how you do it, bro. And, you know, I want him to continue to grow, man. I put it out there. He has unlimited potential with his damn boxing channel, mainly because of how much knowledge that he has internally and that he's been able to catalog and do his own research and his own study. I mean, you become a dangerous person when you continue to study, and now you're in a place where you can execute it. You can put it into play. And then lo and behold, if you get more people as far as sponsorships and a team, then it just takes off from there, like we've seen for TBV. TBV is on a whole nother level with their graphics, with their production, with their numbers, everything, with their interviews, all that. Coach not far behind. Real talk. But good point there, Retro. Well, Blood. Good point there, Blood. He gave away thousands of tickets and thinks he's the A-side over Arrow. Listen, Justin. Are we talking about anybody except Bud Crawford? I'm not. I'm talking strictly Terrence Bud Crawford. I'm speaking strictly about him, dog. There's no need for me to talk about the other guy because Terrence is the one who just finished fighting this past weekend. He picked up another victory, and moving forward, a lot of us is trying to determine what's next for him. That's the importance for me. Now, look, I appreciate you being over here, but I'm not so easily, poked. And, you can't easily redirect me in certain situations to revisit the same information over and over again. Only if I have time to waste, I would do that. But we've heard all the propaganda back and forth. You, Justin, is not going to be in negotiations if any of that ever happens. Truth be told, he got this fight out the way. We headed into the new year. And once the beginning of the year, I could care less about that. I would definitely want to know if he's able to fight because Charlo has a fight coming up. Charlo beat Zoo. I would definitely like to see Crawford face Jamel Charlo. All right? Because we wouldn't want Jamel Charlo to beat Zoo and then he don't want no parts of Crawford. That wouldn't be a good look. That would further solidify the fact that they didn't want that fight with Crawford. So I hope Jamel Charlo gets this win with Zoo so we could possibly see a Terrence Crawford and Jamel Charlo. Or, everybody keep on mentioning, Boots. He's about to face Chico Stick, Slim Jim, Hakukukukukiki, Wakanda. Something like that. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. Yeah, I don't know, but I would definitely like to see Crawford fight somebody else. And from what I understand, he might do another fight with BOK Prime because he is a free agent. He's a free agent. So we might see another fight with BOK Prime. See, the clueless to sit up here and look at this. It's like, oh man, why he choosing to fight on they didn't even pay him a $2 million. You continue to believe that shit. I don't care how much they paid Crawford. All I know is I understand this man is smart enough to do business the right way. He's been savvy for quite some time, bro. He's been a very savvy businessman. So when I look at that, I don't have any reservations or concerns about him going in here and negotiating with BOK Prime for another fight. I don't care. That's up to him. This man ain't new to the game. He wasn't new when Bob Arum said he lost enough money to buy a house in Beverly Hills. We don't know what type of house he was talking about. It could have been a trailer park. He could have only lost maybe $50,000. Everybody ran with it. Beverly Hills? Oh, man. Crawford, he don't sell tickets. But they didn't know he was talking about Crawford getting paid much more of a higher guarantee and not being a pay-per-view star. He was getting way above the cap. You know what I'm saying? That's smart. He was getting his money. Shout out to Team Crawford. Continue to do what you do, man. Dario on deck, man. Salute. Y'all gotta come over here with some educational shit, bro. Hey, I told them that the other day. They just come over here. Hey, Showtime. I said that the other day when I was on here. I say in the local Tribune, Jerry Jones is on record as saying that he bought out the house. He didn't buy a certain amount. Like, he bought the entire building. He bought out the entire. You know how they say they smoked the joint out? He bought out the whole joint, yo. That's nothing to Jerry Jones. That's lunch money. He bought the entire joint out, man. For sure. Shout out to $1 Million Molly. For real, estrogen overload, bro. Mr. Gumbo, AK Hot Grease on deck, man. Salute to you, bro. How you feeling? Salute at WCS, my brother in the chat family. I'm driving and listening. Appreciate you there, Gumbo, in the building. It's not something I can entertain. I gave you 2 strikes. It's not something I can keep revisiting, bro. I'll let the chat deal with you. On deck, what's good? What's good? These Wakandans have very low IQs and hate their own kind in the name of the ignorant narratives. Hating their own kind is right on point. Right on the tip of the blade, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's right on the tip of the blade. You know, whenever you think of these guys, you better use some type of caution to know they're coming in there to sabotage something. They don't come to you in open arms and embrace you with genuine love. That's just not what these Wakandans do. That's not what the BBC does, bro. That's not what they do. They have ulterior motives. That's why they are who they are. I don't know how many times I heard that dude Drew say, "You should have built with us, brother." I say, bro. Okay, dog. I don't know what type of damn society I'm living in, bro. I don't know, man. When you get cats saying, "Hey, you should have joined the club and built with us, black man," and then turn around and say, "Look at his last name," and have no idea why your last name is the way it is. Like Caucasians and other races have, you know, they can have a last name Black, and no one would say anything. But my last name is White, so that's supposed to basically take away my Southern roots or something. I'm not gathering what you meant by that. My last name takes away my Southern roots. My daddy was Black. My mama was Black. Straight out the South. I just don't know what you're talking about. Real talk. I just don't know what you're talking about, shawty. Put his ass on timeout. You know, I'm not even in the holiday spirit today. You ain't gonna come over here and dictate the chat, nigga. Come in here and just want to argue with people and disrupt the rhythm. Now, when you get out of timeout, you come over here and act like you have some common sense. And stop trying to damn cause disruption in the chat, bro. I'll let the shit go. I'll let the chat handle you. But you sitting up here acting like you're gonna make it about you. That's probably somebody on the fake account there, Showtime. They've been waiting to want to get at you because you was on the damn rooftop in the clouds. Who is the source of these mysterious tickets? that they're giving away at the Crawford fight. I was there. I don't know, man. Check this out, Coach. Ness had Bernie on the Boxing Voice, right? And that was yesterday. That was yesterday, right? So what I'm telling you, Coach, you might want to check that out. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bernie was on the Boxing Voice, and Ness said, what about, like these tickets, these 10,000 tickets or something, that was supposedly given out. And then Bernie said something to the extent, I don't know his exact words, quote unquote, but he said he's a given fighter. You know what I'm saying? He didn't go too in depth about it, but it's on TBV. Because when I heard it, I was just watching TBV, and he ended up having Bernie on there. I said, okay, he gonna chop it up with Bernie for a minute. And Ness asked, about the tickets. So Bernie didn't deny it that tickets was given out. He didn't deny it. Real talk. QT was good. This A-side, B-side has ruined boxing. It's all stall tactics and excuse for the best not to fight the best. Like, what do you mean by that exactly, that QT? Because Malachi, I'm bullshit. It's a source about the giveaway tickets. No. I heard Bernie say it on TBV. I mean, when I hear shit, I usually goddamn try to source that at least a minimum of 2 to 3 times. I got to hear more people talk about it. Not this YTC toilet roll, but I'm talking about other voices that I know for a fact. And Bernie didn't deny it on the Boxing Voice. Go check it out. It was the live he did yesterday. It was the live he did yesterday. Believe me, I'm not just going out here, especially with Crawford. I'm not like certain people. I'm not gonna just go up here and put clickbait in the titles so people can tune in and you ain't talking about shit. That ain't what I'm doing, bro. I don't know what you mean they need to break the bank, though. Why do BLK has to do anything? Y'all was up here criticizing the hell out of BLK when they came on the scene and say they wasn't even a real entity. The fight wasn't going to happen. They was only worth $5 million. How they going to pay Terrence Crawford dang 8 figures if they only worth 5? Any dum-dum would know. Any dum-dum. I don't even get close to other people's businesses. But one thing I do know from having a 501c3 and going through this process myself is that it's a lot of businesses don't put their real net worth out there. They don't do it. And furthermore, if you know the boxing game, a lot of these individuals, a lot of these companies, a lot of these entities, they have investors, they have hedge funds, they have sponsorships, they have other people who contributes to their flow of business. They're just not doing it out of their own pocket. Do you know what it takes to be a promoter? Either you, this grand don, like you a freaking billionaire, and if you're a billionaire, shit, you ain't the one that people's looking at. You got people working for you. You got people that's willing to contribute to your organization, regardless of how much money you got. They want to be a part of it. Like the Zone. The Zone owner is a billionaire. Do you see him walking around trying to be on the camera? From my understanding, Desmond, as part of BLK Prime, he wasn't on camera. I'm not saying that's the same sequence of a comparison. I'm just saying some of these individuals that really run the show, they don't want to be seen. They really want to work the stuff behind the scene. Al Heyman, he want to work things behind the scene. You know what I'm saying? Bob Arum, not so much. Bob Arum, you can see him everywhere. Everywhere. He ain't afraid to be out in public at all. He ain't afraid to goddamn do an interview. But in this particular case right here, These cats is up here acting like BLK Prime wasn't even going to happen, but now all of a sudden they need to make a Crawford fight. No, man, like I said before, Crawford's already put to bed that yesterday's price has changed. You know what I'm saying? It's changed. Period. Negotiations, all that 2022 stuff that y'all was loving to talk about, and nobody's talking about that garbage no more. That's trash, bro. That's trash. We ain't worrying about talking about the same old regurgitated recycled bullshit. Negotiations is over. The man has stepped in the ring. He earned another victory. He got paid. Ripped gloves or not, he got paid. It's official. It's on BoxRec. Period. Y'all can put out here all this news like, the commission has. So the commission is going to request the gloves now to take a further look. Okay, go ahead. The commission was the one that approved. Once they stopped and looked at him in the fifth, allow him to go out there in the sixth. I mean, come on, stop it. Big Blunts and Boxing, what's good with it, bro? I said earlier, man, appreciate the EVERLAST joint you dropped me. I used that earlier. Done dot on deck was good. Yeah, shout out to Bernie, man. He was out there in NYC. Rashid, what's good? What's good with it, Rashid? Crawford versus Avanesian was a success event for all involved. Crawford gave a Christmas present to his hometown with the World Championship fight. Hey, man, that's well worded. That's well worded. That wasn't even my delivery. You know, I guess because I'm sick, I haven't been in the holiday spirit. But Rashid just broke that shit down. Yeah. He gave a Christmas present to his hometown with all the Grinches tuned in. You know what I'm saying? I agree with that. He gave a Christmas present to his hometown with the World Championship fight, and all the Grinches was trying to goddamn infiltrate and couldn't get in. Talked all that shit and just looking for something, looking green as hell. I bet they loved it when they say Jared Anderson come out in his ring walk. Yeah, that's how we feeling tonight. Yeah, we're going to break this shit down. We're going to stop it. Man, you didn't do shit. Crawford and Avanesian fight went the way it's supposed to. You know, he blessed his hometown during the holidays. And people want to talk about tickets. Okay, talk about tickets. But what you should be concerned about is Terrence Crawford next fight. On to the next, bro. Yesterday's news is not tomorrow's news. We're moving forward to try to find out what's next for Terrence Crawford on the back end of his career. Who he's fighting next. Who is he's fighting next, bro? Because look around now. Who is Virgil Ortiz fighting? Who is freaking Boots Ennis fighting? Who is Keith Thurman fighting? I mean, I'm just saying, who has these fights coming up? What's the biggest fight in welterweight division that you got popping right now? After Errol Spence, supposed to fight Keith Thurman? Have we heard any announcement? Okay, then. That's all we need. We haven't heard any announcement, no fight date. Oh, it's supposed to be. That's the only highlight he getting. We waiting on Crawford to come out 2023 and give us a new, fresh info on what he got popping for the 2023 agenda. I could care less if it's the other guy. I'm past it. I'm over it. Like I said, he don't make it out of the 6th round either. He doesn't make it out of the 6th round either. Crawford stops that dude in 6th round. Did you see? Look, first of all, I got to address the criticism first. They say Crawford was getting hit. Now, when fighters are getting hit, it is a sport of boxing, right? You're going to see punches connect. Because why wouldn't he receive some punches? Why wouldn't he? It's boxing, right? He's supposed to go in there and clean the guy out in his hometown. No, he gave you a smooth, technical showcase in the pocket to close out the fight. Now, I'm not saying he didn't get touched. Like I said, he got touched by some shots. But it's boxing, bro. It's boxing. The way he finished the show is what will resonate with the boxing fans. For real. How he closed the showdown. At that time, when they closed the showdown and he addressed the people, that's when Coach Malachi headed off to the after party. And that's the only person I seen taking pictures with Terrence. I ain't gonna lie, dog. I said, shit. That's the only one I know for the YTC that was taking pictures with the champ. That's the only one I know right there. God damn it, not one picture, two pictures. Not when Crawford is walking through the hotel. Not when he's goddamn walking to the ring. And can I get a selfie? Can I get a selfie, champ? Let me get it. No. That was take your time. We good. Enjoy the after party. Good to have you in attendance. Respect. I didn't see nobody else, dog. I'm just saying, Showtime, did you see anybody else, taking pictures in the after party? Did you see it that show? We couldn't see it from over there in NYC. I'm just saying, bro. Not trying to, No. I didn't say Bernie. I didn't say Bernie said it. Ness asked him about the tickets being given out or something. And Bernie said something to the effect like he's a giving person. I don't know his exact words. Bernie didn't say 10,000. Ness asked about, Bud giving out tickets or something like that. And Bernie didn't deny it. So I don't know if Bernie actually knew everything about the tickets and what was, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. But I will have to watch the interview a second time. But Ness did ask him, and he didn't deny it, but he didn't validate that it was 10,000 tickets. And we all know if it's coming from IO, TBA, there might be a whole cloud of biasness attached to it. Some hell wrapped up in there too. BOK Prime used Blue Bloods as the face of their outfit. I don't know, man. I saw Coach Malachi more than anything, when he was with the champ. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Justin returning with a $5 super chat. I'm Team Spence. You actually speak logically. But do we get blocked wherever we disagree? Now, let's separate being blocked, because I will pull up the definition for you, and I'm treating you like an adult, right? I don't mind you going back and forth in the chat, bro. I just put you on timeout because it seems like if you're gonna go at the chat about something, I don't mind that, but it just seems like you was regurgitating the same thing over and over again. Like we pretty much heard all the information, all the live streams. We heard all that. And look, I don't mind you being over here. I mean, I appreciate you pulling up. Real talk. It seemed like you came over here in good faith, and then you wanted to make it about Spence. This is not a Spence live, bro. This is a Terrence Crawford post-fight celebration, post-fight Chavo. But appreciate that super chat, Justin. He didn't get blocked. Look, the wrenches that's in the chat, they didn't even time you out. I did. They was letting you rock. Don't get this chat confused with others. They'll block you in a heartbeat. They'll block you in a freaking heartbeat, bro. You go against anything what the master says, you blocked. You can't even comment. You can't do shit. I timed you out, bro. So let's be clear on that. Show me a boxing match where fighters don't get hit, especially amongst top tier fighters. Hey, coach, and I was agreeing with everything you said until you got to the last sentence. Avanesian, I know his name was in the top 10, but the way these Wakandans have been talking, they don't believe Avanesian was top 10. Only until the gloves ripped, coach. Then he became top 5. Oh my God, Crawford had to cheat to beat Avanesian, a top 5 fighter. He don't have it anymore. Him and T.O. in the same boat. I swear to God, coach. Before the fight, man, he ain't top 15, man. He's garbage, man. Ambiance, man. He ain't nothing, man. Avocado, he ain't nothing, man. Man, let me tell you, man. When I think of Avanesian, man, I know no favorite fighter of mine, man. Come to my thought process, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't know who the guy is. Never heard of him. Never seen him. None of that, man. They didn't think that man was top 10 until them gloves ripped. Now they want to put him top 5 and shit. Oh man, he was giving Crawford a tough time. He was touching him up, and Crawford felt it was time to cheat. He had to goddamn alter his gloves to go in there and cheat. Man, get out of here. But I get what you're saying, coach. Cooking with Sir Senior, man. What it do? Nobody. Hey, I tried to tell him, Sir Senior, I didn't see nothing coming from Omaha, man. Except, I was hoping that people, just be sending info, pictures, all that shit on the IG timeline. That shit just, the current being so strong, and the pictures and the videos come out, bang, 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 bang. I didn't see none of that, bro. I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Because look, people want a busy word about where I was, but yet they should understand behind the scenes. They would have understood this, right? And coach will tell you too. It's a process that you have to go through to get approved for credentials. Showtime can tell you this shit. You have to get approved for credentials. It's easy when Top Rank is an established promotion, a flagship. And when fights come up, they have a place where you can apply for credentials. They have familiarity with you. But with BLK Prime being their first dance on stage, certain people could have linked up credential approval, credential application, and they choose to procrastinate. Whether their procrastination was intentional or just flat out laziness, or just straight up egotistical, selfish. I don't know. I don't find no positivity in that, because it just seems like the one person that could have freaking linked and made the communication didn't do shit. Period. That's my opinion on that. That person didn't see fit that he wanted other YouTubers there to goddamn cover the fight, bro. You don't give us no application on the week of the fight, and we got reservations. We got to make reservations and all that shit. None, man. No freaking coverage. Jamal Neasy on deck with it, man. Shout out to Neasy in the building, man. Salute WCS, salute chat. Salute to my guy Tony Boswell on deck. $5 super chat. Much respect at World Combat Sports in the chat. Stop in and show support and hit the like button. No doubt there, Tony. Big salute to you, brother. I'm trying to get through it. Appreciate all the supporters in the building on deck. I'm trying to fight through it. Jack fucked me up, man. They caught me. Goddamn, I was up there fucking around with Shaw News. Goddamn, in the clouds. The elevation was different. You know what I'm saying? Jack Frost was all up there with his people. You know what I'm saying? It was a little chilly up that motherfucker. I'm up there gazing Times Square and shit, looking at the damn scenery. And all in all, I didn't even know Jack Frost and the family was plotting on me, dog. Hold on for a second. I'm back, man. I had to goddamn clear my system for real. But shout out to Tony Boswell, man. $5 super check in the building. Much respect. One love to you, Tony. Always. Thanks for your support, brother. Tony been around since the test, from the inception, goddammit. But yeah, Jack Frost, man. Fuck me up. Talking about you down south, nigga, think you gonna come over here and hang out this high? What's wrong with this dude? See, they didn't fuck with Shaw like that. But they say, oh, this dude ain't even dressed the way he's supposed to? Oh, we got something for your ass. You think you're going to come over here from the A and think it's all sweet up in NYC with this weather? No. Came out the fight, that shit was like raining, like little soft, dry snow like shit, man. I say, nah, this ain't good. This the weather you get sick. I felt that shit coming on. EVERLAST came to the defense of their gloves and for Crawford, no doubt. I put this up earlier. And shout out to Big Blunts. He shot me that. I seen it on Twitter. But, you know, I always give the ones who drop the content to me. I appreciate you. You know, shout out to Big Blunts for dropping that. But, yeah, they released a statement, no doubt. And they took full responsibility for the defect of their gloves. So, with that said, I know there's going to be individuals out here that still want to place and do all the extended arm finger pointing towards Team Crawford in Omaha, Nebraska. You reaching unsuccessfully, bro. It's not going anywhere. Real talk. You can keep that arm extended all you want. All it's gonna do is cramp. You ain't gonna get shit that you want. I've been to 2 of Spence Jr. fights, Mikey Garcia and Ugas. But that being said, I still have Crawford stopping him late in the championship rounds, in my opinion. Hey, you know what I'm saying? That's your pure assessment, man. Seems like you have an organic assessment. You know, you think for yourself all the time. You don't sit up here and got to agree with everything I say. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Boxing Billboard, what's good? They was number 2 in the WBC this summer before Keith was magically bumped up. We need to goddamn underscore magically, because that is an understatement. Like, I always mention the 2 Davids, y'all. David Copperfield and David Blaine. I swear to God, they are full-time employees in boxing. They have these 2 magicians come over there and make some shit happen. I swear. I mean, they don't give a fuck what the fans think. They come over here and play with us all the time. It's the 2 Davids, y'all. David Blaine and David Copperfield. Seriously, they work that magic. Same magic how they brought Carlos Ocampo from the depths of darkness to step in there as a mandatory. Man, come on, bro. Pop on deck, what's good? What is WCS? Salute to the chat. Hey, Pop, you I ain't see you at the fight, man. You didn't go to the hotel or anything like that. You don't, man. You gotta know where the steward at, man. I thought we were gonna see you at the steward or something, man. Get some interviews. All the fighters was there, bro. Sir Senior say, even Blue said a lot of these dudes are fake and two-faced, and I agree. I don't know what you mean exactly. Can you further provide us with what you mean? I don't know a lot of these dudes. Who are a lot of these dudes, Sir Senior? Who are a lot of these dudes? I don't know what dudes you're referring to. He didn't want other YouTubers on deck. He wanted it to be all about him. But many YouTubers are deaf, dumb, and blind. Look, you got grown-ass men asking me why I'm in NYC. They act like that's supposed to get me upset. They act like they was going to go back and tell. Look, they was going to go back and tell and send anonymous messages and take shit off my timeline when Bernie was in NYC. They act like I answered to them. You know what I'm saying? Come on, brothers. Come on, man. What's going on with y'all? What's in the prenatal vitamins, bro? I don't know what's going on. I mean, dude, why y'all worrying about? Y'all spend all the time talking about Crawford, but yet you see me in NYC, and these are cats that don't watch my channel. It's too small. But yet they want to say, oh, why you ain't at the big fight? How can it be a big fight? Y'all wasn't saying it was a big fight, yo. Make up your freaking mind. You say the fight wasn't big. You came up with all these names for Avanesian. He's a bum. He ain't nobody. So how all of a sudden you going to ask me why I'm not in Omaha for the big fight? How can it be a big fight, bro? You're not making any sense. You're everywhere. You're confusing yourself. You say Avanesian ain't shit, but yet he don't become shit until the glove split. He don't become shit till the glove split. I got it. I just got over an upper and lower respiratory infection, and the doctor gave me a Z-Pack and some cough syrup. Damn. Hope you get well, man. I was trying to get through my shit too, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know, Jack Frost in the game, they really did, you know, they tried to do a number, you know, but I was able to maneuver and shit and get up out of there and relocate and start, you know, reviving myself and shit. Jack Frost, goddamn, say, you having too much fun in the motherfucking clouds. Eating that authentic Jamaican food, dog. That's one of the only moments where I just don't care how many calories I'm intaking. When the fork is going into that curry chicken and them oxtails and the rice and peas and that fried chicken, shouted. God damn. Shout out music. Man, God damn, that food tastes good, bro. I'm not here to brag though, but Tony Boswell, hey man, hope you get well, brother. Real talk. I'm trying to do the same, man. Believe me. Whew, shit. Boxing 504. Did I miss anybody? I didn't see the brother. 504 came in here or something. I didn't see anybody came in 504. I must have. I don't know who that was. Shout out to Justin with a $2 super chat. And you and ATL, me too. I knew something led me here. I mean, you know, like a lot of guys that drop in the chat, truth be told, they be in your same city and never say nothing to you. Man, come on, this YTC shit, it's not hard to find out where people's at. People play games and know something and be under these accounts, bro. I've been there, done that, man. Seriously. These dudes will be right beside you. They know who you are. They won't say a word. They know they freaking your chat. They don't want to come up and give you any love and say, hey, man, I listen to your channel. I have no problem saying that. I have no problem, man. I give love what love's supposed to be given. I would give these channels they flowers. The only time I have a problem with it when I find out it's not reciprocated. Like, I'm not competing with anybody. But I do have people out here that's competing with trying to sabotage what you done built. And you know the deal. Shout out to $2 super chat, bro. You know, these people, you know, Justin, I'm pretty sure you've been on YouTube for a while and you know what WCS it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you're lying. I just know it's a lot of people that come over here faking the funk under different accounts. They got to change up their whole freaking language. Man, F that nigga. To, hey, man, I just think Bud Crawford should fight Errol Spence. And then they goddamn press in. He don't even know it's me. No, I don't know. You're right. I don't know. I can tell you one thing. When I pull up on somebody's damn live chat, I'm not on any other account except mine. Guarantee it. It's going to be mine and mine only, period. Boxing conversation with Reggie Owens. What's good? Reggie? How you feeling, bro? I haven't had the chance to do a reaction to your last, full blown audio with you, in the other situation. I'm definitely not going to bring it up on this live, but there's some things I need to address with what himself, the other guy, and the other female, and that other guy, and also what Blood said that makes all the sense in the world. We'll talk about that a different day. I just haven't had enough time to even speak on it. Every fight I went, I got interviews with or without credentials, no doubt. No doubt. Real talk. No doubt, man. No doubt. That's a foot soldier right there, man. Y'all be sure to sub the Shaw News to Sauce Experience, aka Showtime Shaw, man. Multitasker, polymath. Jamal Neezy with the $10 super chat on deck, man. So Bud being called a duck for leaving negotiations for a fight that was pushed for next year. Now they preaching for a purse and PPV numbers to justify their fake news. Boots Ortiz send that petition. For real, man, like, he's never going to be able to do anything to calm their nerves, man. He's never going to be able to do it. Like, check this out. Let's be honest, man. Like, I hate bringing in adults because I know all you, I say 99.8% of the live chat is grown ass adults who understands the rhythm and flow of YouTube, right? Let's think about this. Why would Bud have to bring numbers to verify anything if these negotiations took place post-fight next year, this month? Why would he have to bring numbers? Why would he have to bring the books? Why would he have to bring any type of validation to go in there? Let's just say he brought the validation and still ended up at ground zero and he showed the numbers. What is it going to prove? Is it anything in the documentation that's going to force Al Heyman to have a moment where he's saying, okay, all right, I see what you're going for. Okay. Yesterday's price, not today's. Okay, I got it. Okay, looking at these numbers, man, I can see where you're going with that. You deserve it. What you looking for again? About 20 mil. Okay. No, we ain't gonna be able to do that. I mean, it's not gonna make a difference, Jamal. It's not gonna make a difference if you show them the books. I mean, the numbers or not. And what fighter in their right mind would have to go over here and say, I'm doing everything I can. I'm back, Al. I'm back. Please accept me as I am. Just accept me as I am. That's all I ask, Al. Nah, bro, we ain't doing that shit, bro. Nah, don't show him nothing. He can find out what the numbers are. Boots and Ortiz, please. Please, man. I mean, definitely, they shouldn't be signing no petitions for anything. They should continue to do what they got to do. Because Virgil Ortiz, I like the guy. You know what I'm saying? But they flat out, I like what he did. He was honest. He said he ain't ready. I get it. And then all these other cats that was wanting to put Boots in the picture, they got the picture. Because they were saying, nope, that's not coming from Team Ennis like that. They was trying to summons the IBF to order. What about the WBO? Just because Virgil is in front? What about the WBO? You can't do nothing? Let's stop playing, dog. So seeing the new Wakandas, dude, shaking my head, the fake Arrow fans, they say Black Power. And thanks to Jamal Neezy for that $10 super chat, man. Much appreciated. One love to you, brother. Thanks for your support all the time, man. The new Wakanda dude shaking my head, the fake Arrow fans, they say Black Power, but when black men make money for their families, they get mad. Man, real talk, bro. Real motherfucking talk, man. This shit is confusing only to the people that are mentally fragmented. That's it. The ones who continue to allow the seepage to contaminate their thought process. They stand in the storm of it, and they just hold their head back and they just allow that shit to bathe them down. And wonder why they looking around these YouTube streets sounding and talking the same bullshit all the time. No new content. They're not going to fights. They're not covering the fights. They just listen to the same voices, say the same biased narratives all the time. You're not going to grow your knowledge that way. All you're going to do is say the same thing these channels saying. It's not going to prove anything, bro. No, I don't mess with that Theraflu, bro. I don't mess with that Theraflu. Forget that. I ain't trying to be knocked out. It's all good, man. Who am I to persuade you what to rock with? You can rock with who you want to, for real. Rock with who you want to. I don't persuade. I have a verbal sparring session every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not over here to convince people who to rock with. You're a grown ass freaking man or woman. Rock with who you want to rock with. It's just when you come over here and you saying everything about Bud, but what about the other guy though? The other guys is having the manufacturers. You got those 25 t-shirts I requested? Yeah. I want the minnow to have hand wraps on like he's on the phone with the door open and two eyeballs. Yeah. Uh-huh. Get those off. I want them fresh off the press, man. Fresh off the press. We need to get these shirts off. They're going live this weekend. I want them wearing my gear. Okay? Man, get out of here, bro. And then you put the shirts off and you like a fish out of water. Because every time you're on pavement, somebody running into your vehicle. Dog, stop it, bro. I'm going to get an intersection. Why me? I don't know. Why me, man? Get a designated driver, goddammit. And where's this 14-year-old kid? Has he been arrested? Has anybody seen some on the news? Can anybody drop a link on here? I want to see the 14-year-old kid picture. I know he's a minor, okay? I want to see an article on this 14-year-old kid where's his parents' vehicle? Has anybody seen his parents' vehicle? I want to see the motherfucking dually truck that kid was in. I want to see what type of vehicle. It better not be no motherfucking a 92 freaking Toyota Camry either that did all that damage. It better be a Ford truck, something. And how did this kid know he was going to be out there at the intersection? I don't play them games either. We grown men. I like one of the few that use their real photo on my avatar. Okay, for sure. No doubt. That's what's up, man. What I can understand is how folks find out what these fighters make and what the pay-per-view numbers did. Is their website or do they post them? What they do is they just go off. If they hear it anywhere, a lot of these dudes want to be first. So they just post. Remember, keywords, people. Keywords. All right, you ready? They'll say reports. Reports. Listen to them. No, we want sources. When you're in college and you pretty much dropping some content without being accused of plagiarism, you have to cite that source. You have to cite the source. I want a source. I want the source. I don't want to hear reports because these dudes have abused the shit out of the reports. Reports has said that Bud did $15K. And my question is, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it? Are these individuals deranged or what? Like, what are you gonna do about it? If he did $15K, what are you gonna do about it? It's gotten to a point. What is your whole position in speaking about Crawford's next fight? What is your entire position in this whole thing? Do you want the fight or not? Because the way you're doing is you're coming up with all this damn negative content as if you're the Inquirer and you TMZ now. You're not even really considered to be a boxing fanatic anymore. You just want to be a gossiper, a chatty patty. You want to find out all the damn negative info and put it out there. That makes no sense to me. If he did 15K, what are you going to do about it? Absolutely nothing. You're not going to do anything about it except talk. And then when negotiations, let's just say negotiations come back into play, right? What are they going to do? Take everything. Take anything. But give him nothing, Errol. Take everything, but give him nothing. Let's just say, okay, I always like, let's just say, the hypotheticals. Let's just say, once again, Crawford gave him what he wanted. Like, he accepted all the shit. It's on record. Crawford accepted everything. He took the lower end and all that shit. We know the scale was heavier on one side, not in the benefit of Terrence Bud Crawford. And then all of a sudden they come back and change the date. Enough said, conversation's over. Nothing else need to be talked about. I don't care how many of y'all saying, hey man, well, if you could have fought in December, you can fight in January. Who gives a? He wanted to fight this year and get paid 8 figures. So just like Tony said, you're not really involved with controlling this man's finances. He didn't designate you as the CFO. He doesn't go to you and ask how much money, what's his balance, what's his investments looking like. Because we know you all will go out there and try to steal from the man and find yourselves in a nice fresh casket. A fresh one too. Febreze and everything. Just for you. So why would he hire you? You're not being hired by him. Why are you worrying about his pay-per-view numbers? Why are you worrying about what he's going to go into the negotiation and ask for? It's pointless. Reports, don't believe it. When they say reports, don't believe it. You ain't lying, man. Actually, I see most people in the chat use their photos. They're not hiding. They're respectable. If you hung out on YouTube, you pretty much know how these cats look. You see them go live and that's it. Some cats you ain't never seen they photo. You ain't never seen how they look. None of that shit. I don't care. I ain't looking to see how they look. Truth be told, I'm just being honest. I don't care, bro. Some of these cats, they never show their face for a reason. But most of the people I know, it's in the chat, I seen their face one way or the other. I seen their face, man. So Spence Jr. had a wreck with a 14-year-old driving a different vehicle. Yeah, out of all the possibility and chances and coincidence, that 14-year-old chose to dip out the house and speeding down the roadway. I'm just thinking, Tony, maybe Spence was in a rush to go to fight camp, training camp. Maybe he was in a rush to go to training camp, bro. That's why he was out there in the streets that late. That's what it was. It took me a minute to figure it out, though. Maybe he was in a rush to get to fight camp that late. That might have been it. It took me a little bit longer than I wanted to, but that was it. He was trying to get to the gym. But that's why, I look at this situation heading into 2023. It has some really good stuff popping off. As far as the end of the year, conversation is just going to be like talking about the same reruns over and over again. But what we can do is just be patient and see what comes about with the Terrence Crawford situation. Who's his next opponent? Like I said, if he's willing to step up to 154 and go for a 4th division, I'm down for it. I'm down to see that fight. I'm looking forward to seeing Jermell Charlo go in there and fight Zoo. And though I don't like Charlo as a person, you know, he's a grown ass man. He don't, you know, the way he acts is the way he act. But as a fighter, he is 2-0 in rematches. He's already given up his O, and he came back to avenge that. You know, I'm looking at him to go in there and perform. You know what I'm saying? He's a super welterweight, undisputed champion, man. I'm looking forward to seeing him go in there and perform and see if he gonna put on a whole nother spectacular performance, man. He showed he got the dog. He showed he ain't no chump when it comes down to, you know, the pressure. He has shown time and time again he can fight out the pressure. Real talk. I don't have to let. I'm grown enough. I don't put like a lot of cats. I don't sit up here and put my personal feelings into the boxing because the two don't supposed to be that way, really, unless you have established a personal, cordial relationship with these fighters in person. But when it comes down to it, he has shown he has that dog. He has proven that, and I look forward to seeing this Zoo fight. I'm not gonna lie. I look forward to seeing the Zoo fight. Real talk. But hey, man, I'm gonna get off. I'll probably be back on a little bit later. But I appreciate everyone for pulling up. Be sure to check out my content on IG. I'm still editing photos and everything from the stills that I took, the vids that's out there. You know, just check out also my Facebook page. You know, World Combat Sports. I haven't uploaded the new videos to worldcombatsports.com yet, you know, because I operate all that stuff myself. So, you know, give me a little bit of time to filter this out on Twitter, and most of it is going to drop on IG, most of it. You know, don't hesitate to share the pics, man. You know, just cite World Combat Sports. You know, that's just a little favor. You feel me? And be sure to check out Shaw News, you know, the media that he got from this past fight weekend too. Be sure to check that out. You know, shares content, man. Two brothers on the grounds grinding, and that's what it is, bro. But y'all turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports. Appreciate everyone. Big salute to those who support the channel and showed up. I'm out.